James Gunn and Taika Waititi are the only directors they've let have their own voice in the MCU, really. Because it's like, what? Who else? No one. I couldn't even tell you who else.
Sam Raimi a little bit, I guess.
Sam Raimi actually did get a little bit of leeway for sure. On the Doctor Strange movie for sure. But yeah, James Gunn. Again, I've heard a lot of people be like, "Oh man, this movie's a lot darker than most MCU movies," and I'm like, "That's good. It shouldn't have ever gotten watered down to the point it is, because even Iron Man 1, that movie's he's in like Al Qaeda, gets blown up in Iraq, it's real shit, and I'm excited to see that for sure, and I'm very curious to see what he's gonna do for in charge of DC and all that, bro.
I'm actually very optimistic about what he's gonna do with DC, and I think that DC's gonna turn around because of him specifically. So I feel like MCU kind of dropped the ball by dropping him, because James Gunn knows what he's doing when it comes to this kind of stuff,
right?
For sure.
Well, because wasn't Guardians 3 supposed to come out hella long ago, and it got delayed? Because it was James Gunn got into some. Was it?
It was some old tweets or something.
It was some very not funny jokes he made that were very gross for sure, even by my standards. But regardless, it's like they knew that. They knew about all that. James Gunn got his start making movies for Trauma Productions, which made that old movie, The Toxic Avenger. I don't know if you guys know about that movie, but that's an old splatterpunk movie. Okay. And, he's made movies with Sasha Grey and shit, starring in his movie. Bro, they knew who they hired, you know what I mean? Type shit. They knew what was up, and they still just did it for the PR anyways, because they didn't want to get clapped back. Yeah. But I've said, though, I was like, I don't know how I feel about him doing a Batman or a Superman. I know he's doing Swamp Thing, which I'm excited for. I think he's going to do a really good Swamp Thing. But, man, I don't know how you're going to, Superman or Batman, man. Those are some holy cows, some sacred cows.
Right. Well, have you heard about, his, plan to, reboot Superman by, bringing in, a younger version of Superman,
right? It's gonna be just a whole new take on it again, and same with Batman too. He's saying it's gonna be a Batman and Damian Wayne movie.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Damian Wayne.
Another new Batman,
bro.
So what happened with the Robert Pattinson Batman?
They're still doing more of those. It's
bro, in his own branched off universe. That's the thing.
That's
DC's
too
weird,
much, bro.
DC movies are weird.
One at a time, please. Just one at a time.
You can't have two different Batmans at the same time, bro.
Running congruently to each other and shit.
I don't trust anything that the DC cinematic universe does or has done to this point, but just the fact that they have some kind of direction now, it's okay, let's see what you're doing, because it's all continuous, and you guys, have you heard the Jim Lee? He's the new president of operations for DC Comics now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank fucking God.
I think they're gonna be working hand in hand to really make some dope shit. So I hope I'm optimistic, just because I love Jim Lee. I'm a big Jim Lee guy. He's basically the main reason why I love comic books in general. He's the gateway for me. And I think James Gunn makes good superhero movies. So I hope that they get it together.
Yeah. I'm just, again, like I said, though, I'm just I don't even know what the hell he'd do for a what would a Batman or a Superman be in his style? That's so confusing to me. Because again, I could see a Swamp Thing, because that's such a pulpy kind of B movie style. You could, there's so much genre in that character. Whereas a Batman or a Superman, it's I don't know. I can't really see his quirkiness coming through in that.
That's true. That's true.
But it'd be interesting. I don't know. Yeah,
it could be cool.
I guess he just has to because he's the one, he could delegate now, right? In the role that he's in. So hopefully he just delegates the right people for the right jobs.
Right. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want him to direct every movie. That will get old really fast. But I don't know. I think they should do the thing. I think at least they said they're different characters will have different ratings. It'll be rated R if it makes sense for that character.
Right.
They won't water down a character for just because it's a DC movie, which is good, because I feel like Marvel does that shit all the fucking time. Yeah. Moon Knight should have been rated R.
Yeah.
Moon Knight should have been rated R, bro. He should have been snapping freaking necks. He should have been breaking arms.
The things that they had in the show is it's not going to deliver the same way if you have it you got to go all in for that.
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's all about just being mental instability. It's that fool's unhinged in the comics. He's a goddamn maniac, and they totally toned it down. And it's just that's boring. It's boring as fuck, honestly.